I kind of think that the debate that we're having right now about computers is a debate about whether a computer's default posture should be yes, master, or I can't let you do that, Dave. And I'm on the yes, master side, and I'm against the I can't let you do that, Dave side. Not because people don't do stupid things with their computers, because they do, and not because people don't sometimes harden themselves by doing stupid things with their computers, because they do, and not because it wouldn't help those people sometimes if the computers were smart enough to disobey their orders. It's that making a computer that is capable of disobeying its owner, even if the owner wants to override that, is very hard and not. It doesn't really have any basis in theory. There's no computer science theory that describes a computer that can run every program except for the one that we don't like. All we have are computers that can run all the programs, but that have some other program that's watching everything that goes on and that tries to interdict the stuff you're not supposed to be doing or the stuff that's prohibited. And since that program, the watchdog program, the I can't let you do that, Dave program, is not something that people want by definition. Nobody wants a computer that when you say I really want to do this, your computer says no, you really don't. You just think you do. Nobody wants that. And anyone who runs up against that in their computer will try and find the program that's trying to stop them from doing this and sort of drag it into the trash or kill its process. Then in order to make that model work, you have to design computers that sometimes don't accurately report what files are on their drives and what processes they're running. And as soon as you do that, as soon as you make a computer that sometimes lies to its owner, you invite all kinds of mischief. You invite other people to figure out how to exploit that facility for lying to the computer's owner, to hide all manner of things that can harm that computer's owner. And computers aren't just our laptops and our phones. They're our implanted defibrillators. They're the firmware that connects our brakes to the actual brake shoes in the car. They're the software that flies the 747. All of these things are made out of general purpose computers, and it is generically just not a good idea to weaken those computers' security by teaching them to lie to the people who are operating them. Because you can imagine all the mischief that you can get up to, not just by spying on someone through their phone or listening in on their conversations, but by putting the brakes down when they want to run the accelerator, or vice versa, or delivering lethal shocks through their defibrillator, or messing with air traffic control signals and telling the plane that the ground is actually 10 feet lower than it really is, so that the plane doesn't deploy the wheels and continues to descend after it hits the dirt. All of those things are the kinds of scenarios that you want to prevent, and preventing those starts with making computers that aren't designed to hide things from their owners. So I think that we are getting our heads around the idea of universality or general purposeness in a way that we've never had to grapple with before. I mean, we've always had general purpose machines. Famously, the Greeks had the simple machines, the pulley and the lever and so on. But those universal machines, the wheel, were very simple. In fact, general purposeness and simplicity have been bound together both in our national or species-wide conception and also in our regulatory frameworks. Lawmakers don't typically try to regulate wheels to solve social problems. No one's ever said, well, given that every bank robber drives away from the robbery on a car with four wheels on it, what can we do to engineer wheels that are bank robber proof? But when things are complicated, they're generally thought of as special purpose and inherently regulatable. Like you can say, well, people have accidents when they drive cars while talking on the phone. We can mandate that cars can't have phones in them. And nobody, people might argue with whether or not that will solve the problem, but nobody says, well, once you remove the phone from the car, it ceases to be a car. It's not doing, disfiguring violence to the underlying utility of an automobile. Computers are a kind of weird intersection of complexity and general purposeness. A computer has this funny property which computer scientists have called Turing completeness or universality, which is that a computer built in accord with the theory of computing as we understand it since the time of Alan Turing in the 1940s is a device that can execute all instructions that can be expressed in symbolic language. Every instruction. Not every instruction except for the one that allows you to operate a car phone. Every instruction. And as I said before, there is no way to remove one instruction from all the instructions that your computer can execute. The closest approximation is to install spyware on a computer. And since computers, due to this general purposeness, have infiltrated every corner of our lives, there are many people who think that they can solve problems by removing features from computers. Computers are at the heart of all of our problems because computers are at the heart of everything we do. And so there's this idea of solving problems by breaking computers. And I think we are finally just now starting to come to grips with the idea that the computer is general purpose, and that the network that connects it, the internet, is a general purpose network, an end-to-end universal network that allows any two parties to communicate with each other using any protocol without any third party being able to intervene in that. And those two ideas, the general purpose computer and the end-to-end network, are profound, and I think are the organizing metaphor of the 21st century, and maybe the centuries beyond it.